If you're thinking about buying a new car in 2026, wait. Please just wait. Because right now, tariffs on imported steel, aluminum, and auto parts have pushed the average new car price to over $49,000. That's up almost $4,000 from last year alone. And it gets worse. A 25% tariff on imported vehicles means even American cars that use foreign parts are getting more expensive. The math on car buying in 2026 is genuinely brutal. In this video, I'll show you exactly how much more you're paying because of tariffs, why this is temporarily the worst car market in a decade, and a smarter strategy that could save you $5,000 to $15,000. Let's go. Welcome to Faceless Millionaire. If you want to protect your wealth from bad financial decisions and terrible market timing, subscribe right now. Here's the reality. 2026 is objectively one of the worst years to buy a car in recent history, and most people don't understand why. They just see higher prices and assume it's normal inflation. It's not. It's tariffs. And you need to understand the math before you make a $50,000 mistake. Let's start with the headline number. The average new car price in 2026 is over $49,000. 2023. Average new car price was $41,000. 2024, $43,000. 2025, $45,000. 2026, $49,000. In 3 years, the average car price increased $8,000, almost 20%. Normal inflation over 3 years, maybe 6 to 9%. That would put car prices at $43,000 to $45,000, not $49,000. The extra $4,000, that's mostly tariffs. You're paying a tariff premium just to buy a car in 2026. $49,000 car, 20% down, $9,800. Finance $39,200 at 7% for 60 months. Your monthly payment, $776. Total paid over 5 years, $46,560. That's $7,360 in interest. Same car in 2025 at $45,000. 20% down. Finance $36,000 at 7%. Monthly payment, $713, $63 less per month. Total paid, $42,780. That's $3,780 less than the 2026 buyer. You're paying $3,780 more. Same car, 1 year apart, $3,780 more, just because you bought in the wrong year. That's the tariff tax. Now let's break down exactly how tariffs hit your car. There are 3 major tariffs crushing auto prices right now. Tariff 1, 25% on imported steel. The average car uses over 2,000 pounds of steel. Frame, body panels, reinforcements, suspension components. Let's say steel costs $1 per pound normally. With a 25% tariff, it's now $1.25. 2,000 pounds times 25 cents extra. That's $500 in additional steel cost. Yeah, but steel prices actually increased more than that because even domestic steel producers raised prices when imports got expensive. Less competition means higher prices. Real-world impact. Steel tariffs add roughly $1,200 to $1,500 to the cost of manufacturing each vehicle. And guess who pays that? You do. The car buyer. It's built into the sticker price. Tariff 2, 25% on imported aluminum. Modern cars use aluminum extensively. Engine blocks, wheels, hood and trunk lids, lighter materials for fuel efficiency. Aluminum is more expensive than steel to begin with. Tariffs make it even worse. Estimated impact, $800 to $1,000 added to vehicle cost from aluminum tariffs. Tariff 3, 25% on fully imported vehicles. If a car is built entirely in another country and imported, it faces a 25% tariff. A car that would cost $30,000 at the factory now costs $37,500 after tariff, before shipping, before dealer markup. By the time it hits the lot, that $30,000 car costs $45,000. Here's the kicker. Even American brands assemble cars with foreign parts. Ford, GM Chrysler. They all import components. Transmissions from Mexico, electronics from Asia, engines from Canada. Many so-called American cars are 40 to 60% foreign parts by value, which means they get hit with tariffs too. A Ford F-150 assembled in Michigan, but using a Mexican transmission and Chinese electronics, still paying tariffs on those components. Add it all up, steel tariffs, aluminum tariffs, component tariffs. The average new car in 2026 has roughly $2,000 to $4,000 in tariff costs baked into the price. Money you wouldn't be paying in a normal market. Let's get specific. How much are tariffs costing you by vehicle type? Sedans, smaller, less steel, fewer tariff-heavy materials. Estimated tariff impact, $1,500 to $2,500. A Honda Civic that should cost $25,000 now costs $27,500. SUVs and trucks, much worse. More steel, more aluminum. Heavier vehicles, estimated tariff impact, $3,000 to $5,000. A Chevy Silverado that should cost $45,000 now costs $48,000 to $50,000. Luxury imports, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, built in Germany, fully imported. 25% tariff on the entire vehicle. A BMW that would cost $50,000 becomes $62,500 after tariff, plus dealer markup. Estimated total tariff impact, $10,000 to $15,000. Electric vehicles, double hit, imported batteries, imported components. Many EV batteries come from China or South Korea. Tariffed. Electronics and motor are often imported. Tariffed. An estimated tariff impact, $4,000 to $7,000 depending on model. And here's what makes this worse. When new cars cost more, everything shifts up. Dealers know buyers have budgets, so they push financing, longer terms, 8-year loans, just to make the monthly payment look affordable. But you're paying way more in interest, and you're underwater on the loan for years. You might be thinking, fine, I'll just buy used. Well, avoid the tariff premium. Not so fast. Used car prices are rising too, because of the new car crisis. Here's how it works. When new cars become unaffordable, more people buy used. Demand for used cars spikes. More demand. Same supply. Prices rise. A 3-year-old sedan that cost $28,000 in 2025 now costs $32,000 in 2026. That's a 14% increase. In 1 year, for a used car. Why? Because buyers who would normally buy new at $45,000 are now looking at $49,000 and saying no thanks. They shift to used, willing to pay $32,000 for a 3-year-old car instead of $49,000 for new. Used car dealers see the demand, they raise prices, and buyers pay it because it's still cheaper than new. The bottom line, you can't fully escape tariffs by buying used. The entire market shifts, but used is still better than new. You're at least not paying the full tariff premium. Best strategy, buy 3 to 5-year-old domestic vehicles, built before tariffs, already depreciated 30 to 40%, still reliable, half the price of new. Let's clear up a huge misconception. People think buying American avoids tariffs. Not true. Modern car manufacturing is global. No car is 100% made in one country. Take the Ford F-150. Most popular truck in America, assembled in Michigan and Missouri, but transmission made in Mexico, electronics from China, steel from Canada, aluminum from multiple countries. By value, the F-150 is roughly 50 to 60% American parts. The rest, imported, tariffed. Even though it's assembled in the U.S., yet tariffs hit the imported components, which increases the cost of production, which gets passed to you. Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Tesla, all use global supply chains. All are affected by tariffs. There's no such thing as a tariff-free car in 2026. Some brands are hit harder. Fully imported luxury cars. Worst. Electric vehicles with Chinese batteries. Very bad. Domestic brands with some U.S. parts. Less bad, but still affected. But nobody escapes. Now let's get to solutions. Strategy 1. Keep your current car running. Your car needs $2,000 in repairs. You're thinking about replacing it with a $49,000 new car. Stop. Think about this mathematically. $2,000 in repairs gets you another year or two of driving. $49,000 buys you a new car with a tariff premium. Even if you spend $5,000 on repairs over the next 2 years, you're still $44,000 ahead. And if you were planning to spend $776 per month on a car payment, but instead spend $200 per month on maintenance and repairs, you have $576 left over. Invest that $576 per month at 8%. Over 2 years, that's about $15,000. You kept your car running, saved the tariff premium, and built wealth. When does it make sense to replace? When repair costs exceed the value of keeping the car. If you're spending $10,000 per year just to keep a 15-year-old car alive, okay, replace it. But most cars, $2,000 to $5,000 per year in maintenance is way cheaper than $49,000 for new. Strategy 2. If you must buy, target 3 to 5-year-old domestic vehicles, 3 to 5 years old, 2019 to 2022 models. These were built before the tariff crisis. Prices weren't inflated by tariffs when new. They've already depreciated 30 to 40%. Still plenty of life left. 2021 Honda Accord, built in Ohio, bought new in 2021 for $30,000. Now in 2026, 5 years old, worth about $18,000. You're buying a reliable car for $18,000 that would cost $40,000 new today. Even better, look for certified pre-owned, manufacturer warranty, inspected, often includes free maintenance, slight premium over regular used, but way less risk. Best models: Toyota Camry and Corolla, Honda Accord and Civic, Mazda CX-5, Subaru Outback, known for reliability. When you hold value but still depreciate enough to be affordable. Avoid luxury brands that depreciate fast and cost a fortune to repair. European cars with expensive parts. High mileage anything. Strategy 3. If you can possibly wait, delay your purchase 12 to 18 months. Tariffs are political. They're not permanent laws of physics. They can change. The auto industry is lobbying hard for tariff relief. Manufacturers are screaming about price impacts. Dealers are seeing sales drop. By late 2026 or early 2027, there's a real chance tariffs get reduced or eliminated, especially if consumer backlash is strong. Even partial relief, 10% instead of 25%, would save you $2,000. Even if tariffs don't change, waiting 6 months might help. Early adopters always pay the most. As inventory builds and sales slow, dealers negotiate more. You might save $2,000 to $3,000 just by waiting. Ask yourself, do I absolutely need a car right now? Or can I keep my current car alive for another year? If you can wait, wait. Let the market stabilize. Let tariffs potentially adjust. Buy when conditions improve. Now let's talk about the real wealth destroyer. Opportunity cost. You buy a $49,000 car, 7% interest, 60-month loan, monthly payment $776. Or you buy a $25,000 used car, finance $15,000 at 7%, monthly payment $297. The difference, $479 per month. What if you invested that $479 per month instead of spending it on a more expensive car? A $479 per month at 8% returns for 5 years. That becomes about $35,000. Keep that pattern for 10 years, investing $479 per month. That becomes about $88,000. Buying the expensive car in 2026 doesn't just cost you $4,000 in tariff premium. It costs you $88,000 in lost investment wealth over 10 years. That's the real math. Every dollar you spend on an overpriced car is a dollar that can't compound into future wealth. This is why car buying isn't just about monthly payments. It's about opportunity cost. What else could that money become? Let's wrap this up. 2026 is objectively one of the worst years to buy a car. Average new car price over $49,000. Yep, up $4,000 from last year. Mostly tariffs, 25% on steel, 25% on aluminum, 25% on imported vehicles. Even American cars using foreign parts are hit. Used car prices rising too. You can't fully escape, but used is still better than new. 3 smart strategies. 1. Keep your current car running. Spend $2,000 to $5,000 on repairs instead of $49,000 on new. Invest the difference. 2. Buy 3 to 5-year-old domestic vehicles. 2019 to 2022 models built before tariffs. Already depreciated, still reliable. 3. Delay if possible. Wait 12 to 18 months. Tariffs might adjust, market might stabilize. You'll save thousands. Remember, this isn't just about saving money on a car. It's about protecting your wealth-building capacity. And every dollar saved is a dollar invested. Every dollar invested compounds into future wealth. Don't let tariffs steal your financial future. If this breakdown saved you from making a $49,000 mistake, hit that like button. If you want more strategies to protect your wealth from bad timing and hidden taxes, subscribe to Faceless Millionaire. Now tell me, are you buying a car in 2026 or waiting it out? Drop your plan in the comments. Let's hear what you're thinking. 2026 might be the worst year to buy a car, but with the right strategy, you can turn bad timing into wealth-building opportunity. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.